Imagine that. You come home after a beautiful date you had today and you come home very satisfied. You want to check up your phone and then you see that on your phone message where he says, "We don't match. I don't think we will really match." So now you feel overwhelmed, you feel stressed over some silly guy texting a wrong message to the right girl. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to a new video of mine. Today we will talk about why everything feels overwhelming for you, why you always feel stressed about every little situation that happens to you, why you feel overwhelmed just because a single little small thing happened to you, like literally. Or maybe you feel upset after just one phone message that you received. You don't know what to respond, you don't know how to act, you don't know what to do to always get respected and not get hurt your feelings. Because all these things they will always happen again and again to you if you don't do what I will tell you in this video. Because together we learn, together we grow, together we get the best version of ourselves. The worst part is that people usually just don't understand what's wrong with you. They think you're being dramatic, they think that you're being overreacting, and they think that all you do it's like all out of laziness, that you don't want to do anything, that you get stressed by one small thing that is like really easy to do, but for you it's feeling really overwhelmed. It doesn't mean that you're lazy, you are just too sensitive. But in reality, they don't see the reality by the way, your mind just is overloaded. Like a cloud, always overloaded with so much pictures, always the storage is full. You have to delete all those pictures to have more space in your phone. And like that, it's also with your mind. If you will delete the thoughts that you have in your mind, then you have more space in your head. Because your brain has been carrying too much things all the time. And I mean, if you hold something and you don't throw it back where you found it, it will just be too heavy to lift for you. The thing why all of this actually happens is that your brain literally processes so much more things that you could ever been thinking of. It processes the stress that you have all the days carrying with yourself, going to school and being on social media, seeing so much models, being like, oh my god, I want to be her, but I don't look like her, I don't have the same healthy habits that she has. You have to handle a lot of pressure that maybe you get from your family. Maybe you also have to handle with fear. Or maybe it is just your cute little animal that always overwhelms you, but you love it. You love it, guys. You love it. Okay, I love my cat. Also overthinking. I have this pointed out in a lot of videos in the last time. If you haven't done that, you can watch that. You try to keep up the life within all the time. A lie that you carry with yourself all the time because you can't talk about it to no one else and you don't feel free, you don't feel comfortable in your life. You don't know what you really want, who you really are, if you will get accepted the way you are. Because even if you ignore all those things, your brain still absorbs them. Your brain is always working overtime, even when you sleep and someone is talking while you're sleeping. Your brain processes all that. You don't even know where you get your thoughts from. Because even those things that you don't hear, that you don't remember, that you heard them, your brain absorbs all of these. And literally after a while your nervous system stops feeling calm because it literally can't ignore all those things. Your nervous system cannot ignore all those things the way you do. That's why really those small situations feel overwhelmed for you all the time. Because your mind is literally tired before the whole day has even started. Maybe you have experienced that before. You wake up already exhausted from the day. You look at your phone and instantly you feel stressed. You want to be productive, but your brain feels too full to even begin. So instead of being productive, you avoid all those things. You scroll, you sleep, you distract yourself, and then later you feel like you haven't done anything. The cycle will become dangerous after a while. Because if your brain stays overwhelmed for too long, for way too long, you stop feeling emotionally safe. You don't feel safe with your friends, you don't feel safe with your family, you don't feel safe within yourself. Patience gets weaker. You don't want to wait so long for some small things. Your energy disappears faster. You wake up, you had like a little bit of energy, and then after an hour you feel like depressed. not being depressed, but you feel like it. You don't feel any emotions, you don't know what's wrong with you because you don't have energy at all. Where's all the energy that I had 1 hour before? So that's the situation. But now our question is, what can actually help? So here's the part where I will tell you everything. First of all, like I always say, you don't have to fix your completely whole life overnight in just one day. But you do need to stop treating your brain like a machine, because your brain is not a machine. We are not AI. We are humans. Our brain doesn't work the same way as it works with computers. The mind needs rest too. And by that I mean like real rest. Not just distractions, playing games on the phone, playing Brawl Stars, or playing anything else. The brain was never meant to consume all that information, but it is doing that, and you have to handle all of that. It's stressful just to be in the same position, and sometimes all you need is just silence. No scrolling, no music, no anything, no endless simulation. Just in quiet, just being in quiet. Maybe you just stare at the air, you just stare at the nothing for yourself. The next thing is stop expecting perfection from yourself, because perfection is what creates all this pressure. It's literally just perfection. You don't need to do everything perfectly. Just because you want some respect, you don't have to be perfect in everything that you do. I know your ego tells you that, and you really want to get to the version, but it will maybe destroy yourself. And do you really want to risk yourself just to fit in people's expectations? People, by the way, you will take any advice from. People that you don't really want to be. Third of all, and guys, this is like really important, because I know it can be like a little bit of difficult to take your emotions seriously. Ignoring your feelings doesn't make them disappear. Maybe you think nobody has to hear what I think, what I feel of. I don't want to show off my feelings and they will think that I'm making myself too important, more important than I actually am. Just don't hurt at your demons, to your inner demons, don't hurt at them. Just let all free, all free. Because that's why you're here. That's why you're here in this life. You're here to experiment the life. You're not here to press every emotion down so no one can hear what you really want. No one wants to hear your intention, because everyone has problems. And even if you make yourself more important than you think that you are letting everything away. And you will feel more free, because your brain remembers what you avoid, even if you don't do it. So if everything feels overwhelming right now, that doesn't mean that you are weak. It just means that your mind has been carrying too much things around all the time. All those years, you were carrying too much things, and they were heavy. Too heavy, so you have to let them go now. And trust me, instead of asking yourself why you can't handle anything, why you are too weak to do anything, why you are too introvert to talk to people, you should ask yourself instead of that, why you have been expected to do all those things. Your mind literally deserves peace too. Healing usually doesn't start with fixing everything. You can't fix everything at once, will get too much for yourself. Sometimes, like here, all you have to do is to just slow down. Well guys, this was my video about this theme. I hope I could help you with that, because I really will want you on your best position. I really want you to get the best version of yourself and to not be stressed about so many things that happens in your life. I used to be in the same position, and it was like really stressful for me to get out of all of this, because literally every time I wanted to do so much things, I told myself, yeah, I will do this in the next day, but then the next day I wake up and I feel so overwhelmed. I didn't want to do anything. I was just going on the phone. That was like literally everything I did, and just a small task that I had made me feel like really overwhelmed. And like I came out of the situation, so I'm sure that you can do it too. I believe in you, and you have to believe in yourself too. That's all I have to say, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video if I could help you with that, and comment down below how long you have been in this situation. Bye.